Hello and welcome, I'm DDF Racer and today I'm taking a look at the brand new Motorland Aragon Circuit in RaceRoom Racing Experience. Not to be confused with Gondor's premier racing venue, this racetrack is probably more well known for hosting one of the Spanish rounds of the MotoGP Championship, as we're more likely to get the full Brands Hatch GP layout in RaceRoom before we get bikes, and that's saying something. Then we have to look a little further back in time to find a suitable car that we can take around this place. Although the WTCR 2020 series may be heading here in October if all goes to plan, those cars aren't actually available in RaceRoom yet. So instead, I'll be taking the FR3 car for a spin around Motorland Aragon, which is the closest equivalent to the World Series by Renault cars which raced here from 2009 to 2015. There are 5 layouts of the Motorland Aragon Circuit available in RaceRoom, the main one being the Grand Prix layout at 5.344 kilometers. There's also the motorcycle layout, which swaps out the final hairpin and switchback section for a high-speed sweeping left, and then there's the appropriately named fast layout, which also drops the double chicane on the back straight too, making it a flat-out run all the way from the top of the hill to the final corner. Finally, you have the 2 shorter versions of Aragon, the standard national layout measuring in at 2.646 kilometers, which cuts out the uphill-downhill sector of the longer circuit, and also the motorcycle variant, which again swaps out the tight final hairpin sequence for a much higher speed sweeping left. I've done a few quick laps at this circuit before, but that was over in R Factor 2 on an unofficial conversion of the circuit, and probably quite a while ago as well, so I would say I know the layout, but I'm not overly familiar with it. One thing I love about Sector 3, the developers of RaceRoom, is despite being a relatively small studio, they always nail it when it comes to the attention to detail and immersion. From the outside at least, this place looks a little dusty, and with what appears to be some pretty significant elevation changes, it could be Europe's very own version of Laguna Seca, which isn't a bad thing at all. Only one way to find out though, guys, and that's to go and do some laps. Okay, so here we are on the track getting ready to go at Motorland Aragon. This is literally the first time I've ever loaded this circuit up, guys. I've never done a lap here before in RaceRoom, and I want to thank the devs for giving me some sneaky early access so I could put this video together before the release. So thank you, RaceRoom devs. Let's go and have a look and see what it's all about. Like I said in the intro, I have driven here before in R Factor 2, but never in RaceRoom. I imagine this version of the circuit is a lot more up to date and detailed than the version I've been used to. So I'm just going to take it nice and early here in the first few laps while I get myself familiar with the circuit, and obviously the limits of the car as well. It's been a while since I've driven this Formula 3 car. Oh, it's not really a Formula 3 car, sorry, it's an FR3 car. I'm not allowed to call it Formula 3. The elevation change here isn't as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. And that giant brick wall there, I mean, I'm not sure if it's brick, if it's rocks. DDF's masonry wisdom coming back in. But yeah, it looks a lot flatter than I thought it would. And normally in VR it's the opposite. Normally in VR you get that height change, you know, so a little bit surprised by that, guys. Just slowing it down, getting used to my braking markers, all the way down to first gear. Some dome curbs there, not really sausage curbs, I don't know what you call them, I haven't seen them before, but I know that in this car they would be deadly. You don't want to run over them. So, okay, heading towards turn 1. It's a 90-degree left. Let's look for the marker, brake about 100, there we go. Drop it down to third, throw it in. Bit of a wiggle on the rear. I know this right hand is a bit more open as we start to come up the hill now. And pop it down to fourth because this is open as well. It's quite a fast first sector. This is where it starts to tighten up now. A bit blind over the top here. And I guess this is where the elevation comes from, because it's not really a steep rise. It's a gradual rise. It's kind of like Spa-Francorchamps, the Kemmel Straight. You don't realise how steep it is until you step out of the car and you're by the side of the track and you look all the way down the hill at La Source at the other side of the circuit. It's kind of deceptive, you know. And this corner is a lot tighter than you think. You're gonna have to really slow it down there, and that's going to be crucial as it leads onto the straight here. And oh, scrubbed off a little bit of speed there. It must tighten up on the exit, so keep that in mind, guys. Bear in mind the tightening exit. As we approach the famous masonry object on the left-hand side again. Now, looking at the circuit map, I thought these corners would be slower. I really would. Oh, this one's quite slow, actually. That's a tight one on the left. So the middle section of that left-right, right-left is open. It's the final left-hander that really tightens up on you, so keep an eye on that. But it's not a bad circuit, actually. We're running out of revs here at the end of the straight. Going to brake at the start of the curbs. Oh, it's got heaps of time left on the brakes there. Heaps of time left on the brakes. There's a little bit of a wiggle coming out. Lighten up the rears. And this final section is kind of a nothing section, really. The corners don't really pose a challenge. They just really disrupt the flow more than anything else. You know, it would be nice to see a flat-out sprint onto the back straight. So I'm looking forward to trying the fast layout and the MotoGP layout later on. So I imagine that the final sector will be a little less clumsy than that. That's flat out. So I'm starting to get there, guys. I'm starting to learn the circuit a little bit. Getting used to where the limits are. Okay, nice and tight on the hairpin. Keep it to the right so that we can get a nice drive out on the exit there. Drop it down to third. Remember, you can use the speed here. Let's try it flat out. Oh, easy in this Formula 3 car. Drop this down to gear as well. Oh no, yep. And there's some gravel. I was wondering how long it would take me to find the gravel here, guys. Oh, and that has a massive effect on the tyres. There is zero grip on the rears then. It's one of the things about RaceRoom is it does a very effective job of reminding you that you have gone off track, because you lose every single bit of grip you had. Okay, let's try a lap now. It's very much a case that one corner leads onto the other. And this first section kind of reminds me of Turkey a little bit. The old Istanbul racetrack, not the bird. Just to clarify that, because I know you guys always pick up on my food references in my live streams, or my chats of lasagnas and snacks and things. So just to clarify, it reminds me of Turkey the circuit, not Turkey the bird. Ooh, big wiggle coming out there. Not much grip. Can confirm Dust Bowl is dusty. Now, I might skip ahead a little bit now. Might get some solid laps and then come back to you with some more coherent thoughts when I'm not trying to use my brain to just learn the circuit and try and talk you guys through it as well. There we go, that's more like it. Almost 5 seconds up on my previous best, which was my first lap here, so that's not a surprise. So, okay, I'm a bit more confident now. Let's talk you around the circuit. So, brake at the 100, pop it down to third, throw it in. You can accelerate a little bit earlier than you think, and then this is completely flat out, at least in this car, all the way to the top of the hill. Just got to get the line right, not try and scrub our speed. Brake just after the curve on the inside here. Pop it down to third. Nice wide turn in. Wait, and then go again. We're still going uphill, and this bit's flat out. Brake just after the 50 board on the right. 5, 4, 3. Patient. A lot of these corners crest over the apex, so it wants to kick the rear of the car out. And this, throw it in third. Keep it to the right. Pop it down to second. Get that nice tight apex, and then floor it again. Keep it over to the right. Late turn in here because it's a tightening apex. Careful not to run out too wide and scrub too much speed off. Look for the 100 marker. Brake when the curb starts on the right. Drop it down to third. 5, 4, 3. There we go. Oh, that was a bit sketchy. And this bit's flat out as well. Look for the 50 marker. You want to brake around the 50, 60. There. Down to third. Drag it through the apex a little bit, then pop it down to second. Don't hit that little donut curb on the inside. That wasn't a great line. And this is probably going to cost us all the way down the straight. We're still up on our best from the last lap, but that's because every time I do a lap here, I'm just finding more and more pace. Now, I think I have my braking point nailed for this hairpin here, just before the 100. Oh, I snatched the inside brake a little bit then. Try and tame the wheel spin, and again there's so many corners here that crest over the apex that just make the car go light in the acceleration zone. It's quite a tricky circuit actually. There's a lot of corners here that are a lot faster than you think. Maybe it's the downforce here, maybe it'll be different in a GT car. Maybe these will be kind of like touch and go in a GT car, because the wings are definitely helping here in this FR3. The track map is kind of misleading, because you look at it, you see a lot of turns, a lot of numbers on that map, but not all of them are corners. They're just kind of acceleration zones. I mean, it's not like, you know, Sochi, where you've got turn 1 and 2 which are just a kink in the middle of the straight. It's not that bad. But like this corner, for example, it's absolutely flat out. So in reality, it's actually quite an easy circuit to learn because there's only a few really major braking zones on the circuit. I feel like I'm kind of almost there, you know? He says as he misshifts, triggers the downshift protection, and then squiggles the rear out. So classic DDF, yeah, I've got this, proceeds to absolutely butcher the final sector. Although that was only half a second down, so let's really concentrate now. Put a good lap in. Turn the audio up, guys, enjoy the sounds. The short shift there to try and tame some of that wheel spin. And we're still half a second down. In case that wasn't a better lap. That does surprise me. We're kind of getting close to the ultimate pace, I think. Without any setup changes, of course. Just to clarify, I did just literally jump in this car at the start of this recording. Made absolutely no changes to the fuel, the tyres, the setup, anything. So this is absolutely stock standard default. So this is really nice to drive. The more I do laps here, the more I'm liking this place, actually. I didn't think I would like it this much, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, that's not any... Oh, there's a big... I don't like it now. There's a big gravel trap by the side of the course there, and then, yep, there goes the rear tyres again. I've just been back to the pits, and I've had a few minutes to compose my thoughts, and because obviously the video up to this point has probably just been me trying to hold on for dear life and trying to string some kind of coherent argument together. Probably failing miserably, and not doing particularly good at the driving either. So, what am I trying to say about this circuit, this brand new circuit release for RaceRoom Racing Experience, Motorland Aragon? I like it. I do. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do. Is it worth buying, though? Does it offer something that RaceRoom doesn't already offer? Well, the chances are you're watching this video, you know me, you know who I am, you'll know I'm the biggest RaceRoom fanboy going. Of course I'm going to want you to get it, because I love RaceRoom. I'm very biased, and I'm openly going to admit that. As a casual, obviously it depends on your financial situation, whether you can afford it in the first place, because I know at the current situation, some people are a little bit strapped for cash, you know, they're falling on hardship with their jobs and money has to be spent elsewhere, and I completely get that, you know. Not everybody can afford to pay for every single car and track that's released. If you can afford it, and you're a casual, is it worth getting? Well, I'm going to sit on the fence and say it's completely up to you. I will not tell you that this is Spa-Francorchamps or Sochi. You know, it's not my job to tell you, oh, this is a great circuit, you know, this is a legendary classic. It's my job to sort of showcase it to you and give you an idea of what to expect. And if you like what you see, if you want to give it a go, then go and get it. I'm not going to force you to get it if you don't want to get it. I can sit here and tell you that it is enjoyable. It doesn't really feel like any other circuit in RaceRoom, because, you know, some places can be a bit samey. And some places, you know, they're in every single sim as well. Like Silverstone, that's everywhere. Every sim has got Silverstone. Not many places have got Aragon. That's another thing I do like about Sector 3 and RaceRoom, is they tend to bring the circuits that are not more popular alongside the Sims. I would like to see some more circuits in Australia and Asia. I mean, we've got a lot of Chinese circuits now, but things like Surfers Paradise, The Bend, a few circuits in New Zealand, that'd be nice. We've got a good contingent over here in OzNZ. There's quite a few others, so it'd be nice to see a few more classic circuits from this upside down part of the world I'm currently finding myself living in. But yeah, on the whole, I would say this is pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, guys. And I'm going to try and throw one more lap together, give it my best shot, give it absolutely everything. I'm going to go radio silence for this one. Okay, so we're 3/10 of a second up at the moment, and I know that as soon as I cross that start-finish line, I'm going to get the RaceRoom bug, you know, that one more lap situation. Whether I beat my personal best time or not... Oh. Well, I'm not going to beat my personal best time because that cut track is incredibly sensitive. You just go over that inside curb at that hairpin just a little bit too much, and it just cancels your lap. So, oh well, what a shame. Looks like I have to do the lap anyway, guys. Oh, that messed that one up. We're only 2/10 down, though. It's not the end of the world. But I know I could be maybe half a second up. Not with that kind of an exit. Okay, here we go. I promise this is the last effort now. Okay, that's good. We're a 10th up. Felt like it was a lot faster than that, but it's only a 10th. It'll do for now, though. I think I've got a lot of time to make up in this left-hander, so let's hold on. Let's give it a shot. There we go, nearly half a second up. Oh, he bins it. Okay, well I think I'm going to leave it there then, guys. Captain Bin strikes again. Rather predictably, of course, you might say. But yeah, I like this place. I like the place a lot, actually. I would recommend it. Okay guys, so there you have it. Those are my first impressions of the Motorland Aragon Circuit in RaceRoom Racing Experience, which is now available from the RaceRoom store. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Any particular races you want to see me do here against the AI, particular combos, let me know in the comments, guys. I will do them. And if you want to see that, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the notification icon. Because not only will you be notified when I do this race, but you'll also hear about all my other streams, particularly my Tuesday Thunder streams in RaceRoom, which, if you haven't already caught one, they're well worth a watch. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and go and check out the Motorland Aragon Circuit and RaceRoom Racing Experience, but most importantly, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon.